The first step is to head over to this website. I'm going to leave the link in the description down below. Scroll all the way down and you'll find a bunch of links. We are interested in downloading the program. If you know how to code with the C++, feel free to check also the source code, which is provided here. But for now, just download the program. Open the zip file. Drag the demo folder wherever you want. I'm just gonna drop it here on my desktop. Open the demo folder and you're presented with a configuration file, an image, which we don't need, so I'm gonna just delete this one, some OpenCV libraries, the software for Macintosh, the software for Windows, and the README file. Now all you have to do is grab the picture you want to convert to a Scribble, drag it into this folder, right click, open in terminal. If this does not work for you for some reason, just come up here in the search bar and type CMD and press enter. It does the exact same thing. Now type PG 2015 underscore tab. You should select the Scribble Windows 32 space and now select the picture you want to convert. So rock.jpg. I'm just gonna leave everything by default. Press enter. The software will create a new folder named after the file that you are converting. And in 3, 2, 1, track. There we go. You get your own Scribble drawing. And that's it for now. So if you press enter to continue, of course, press the key to continue. Now, if you're interested in only having the digital version of this thing, or you're just gonna print it with a normal printer, that's as far as you have to go. You can use it as many times as you want. You can mess around with the settings if you want. However, this software does not natively support SVGs nor G-code. But if you want to plot this picture, for example, you need an SVG to convert to G-code, or even better, the G-code directly. So I made a little script in Python that is going to help you with that. Head over to my GitHub page. I'm gonna leave the link in the description down below. And you have this script. You can download it or you can just copy and paste, whatever you prefer. And once you have it, grab it and drag it inside the newly created folder that contains all the files. We are interested particularly in this one, which is the sequence of points the scribbled art rotate around, excluding the first two, which is just the size of the picture and the number of coordinates. So these two are irrelevant, but these are the coordinates for the scribbles. And the way it works, you need to have Python installed and have a little bit of knowledge in Python. However, again, right click or CMD up here, whichever works for you. You have to type Python and then CGV tab. I'm just gonna leave everything by default except one thing. So I'm gonna go like that. I'm gonna select the file that contains all the coordinates, which is the one named after the file plus underscore sequence and date and time. So we're gonna go like that and select rock.png underscore sequence. And if you press tab, you should auto complete that. There we go. And now we're gonna say save G-code 1 because I want to also save the G-code. I'm gonna explain more of that in a second. I'm gonna leave everything else by default. Press enter. You see a new folder appearing up here called output, and inside the folder you have yet another Scribble drawing, and you've got an SVG file. There it is. And if you select the node tool and select the path, you should be able to see, there we go, all the individual nodes. Now we close that, and also you have a G-code file. I should probably mention that this G-code works with the GRBL for sure. I'm not sure about other firmwares. In that case, you might have to do some tweaking in the Python script. But anyway, back to the video. And if you click here and select my G-sender or any other G-code sender you're using, and you click load file, go inside, where is it? Demo, output, rock, smooth, open. It's gonna take a second to load. And there it is. Now I'm gonna close this. There are a few parameters you can change with this script that I made. For example, if you want to have more resolution, you have to type _ resolution. I wouldn't go more than 5. It's just going to be pointless. It gives you too much resolution. You're just going to end up with a huge G-code file. For example, let's have a look. 26 megabytes. I think it's still manageable, but it's going to take a lot to process. And let's say you want to change the feed rate, for example, and to something, I don't know, like this. This is XY feed rate. You can do that. And when you check the G-code, you can see that the feed rate has changed. So now the X and Y feed rate is going to be this number. So there's a bunch of things you can do to see all the options you've got at your disposal. Just type _ help, and it will show you everything you can do. Help. And it will show you all the options that you've got. For example, resolution. Again, it's the number of subdivisions of the original path. The more you have, the more defined the scribbles are. But again, it's pointless to go over 5. You can save the NumPy array. This won't be of any use for you because the NumPy array is a format the Scribble uses. You can save the G-code, self-explanatory. You can save the SVG as well. You can select the paper size. For example, if you want to choose A5, A4, A3, and so on and so forth, you do that just by typing paper size. For example, if you want to select A2, just press 2 without the A, and it will create a G-code with a number, with a dimension related to that paper. And then you can also select the paper margin. This is a little bit broken at the moment. It's supposed to leave a gap around the drawing. It's not perfectly centered. I haven't figured out how to fix it. So if you want to get rid of this, just do this paper margin 0, and that will effectively remove this parameter. You can adjust the feed rate of the X and Y movement. You can adjust the feed rate of the Z axis if you've got a stepper motor. If you have a servo, this script does not support that yet. I'll probably change it very, very soon. And you can also change, again, related to the stepper motor for the Z axis, you can change the height and low spot. So you can change, for example, how the travel distance, there we go, of the Z axis. And that's it. Well, that's it. I hope that helps. I hope that you guys are going to make a lot of lovely scribbles with it. And if you've got any questions or comment, please feel free to leave a comment down below or reach out to me directly via Discord. Thanks for watching and have a good day. Bye. By the way, this retro coffee jazz playlist is actually nice. Double clean. Everybody relax. All good? What the freak did just happen? Ah, I know why. Let's see if you managed to wreck the machine. It was supposed to be top left. That's cool. So there we go, another one. Yes! Confusion, thanks for the follow very much. So the server hasn't collapsed that. Excellent. Meanwhile, I'm getting high because I keep using Sharpies. Look at the little shackle on the bottom. Doing, 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 doing.